All right, 73 degrees, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. It's Friday morning.
Cloudy.
I don't know what the temperature has to do with it, but those things come together. It means Jim George is here.
Yeah.
Professor Gadget. Not Dr. Gadget, as somebody else is being called now.
Yes.
Somebody stole your name. But Professor Gadget. Well, I guess we stole it from an Inspector Gadget. So. Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Doing fine, thank you. Good morning, Ocala.
Yeah, lots of. Do you have any weather gadgets? Do you have things that tell you the weather?
Oh man, they make stuff you won't believe it. A friend of mine was actually involved in it. So you can go to Lowe's and buy a tornado alert system.
A tornado alert system.
Yes, you put the little antenna on the outside of your eave. Don't have to go any higher. And if there's a tornado/storm coming, it will alert you. And how it does it is it reads the barometric pressure and it reads the ions in the air. And as the ions get more and more violent, it sets off an alarm. And so they use them on golf courses to tell people evacuate the golf course. There's lightning in the area. There's tornado alert.
Do you look at it or does it send you something on your phone?
It can do either. It can do it for the phone or it can send off a tone. And golf courses, they have a tone. A loud blast.
Wow. Now, you said tornado alert, but is it all storms? I think it sounds
it'll do a hurricane also, yes.
What was it called? Ions?
Yeah, it's the ION, ions.
Okay. So do the ions, explain that. What happens in the atmosphere that it detects?
They get very active. They're right now everywhere, but they're few and far between. So now, as the storm is generating and circulating in the air like a hurricane, it causes them to bump into each other, and more of them gather.
And that happens when what? When it's getting ready to have lightning? When
it's starting, yes. When there's a violence occurrence in the atmosphere. And so it's called a tornado alert system, but it's used for hurricanes.
Wow. Benjamin Franklin would have loved that.
Oh, yeah. And the old days, what you did is you turned your TV to a low channel, like channel 2 or 3 or 4, whatever channel did not have a real broadcaster on it.
Right.
And then you would take your brightness and you would contrast and you would turn the brightness down.
Yeah.
And when a hurricane was coming or a tornado, the brightness of your TV got real bright.
Really?
And that told you that you were in proximity of a hurricane or a storm.
I had no idea.
So this works on the same idea. That energy that's floating around the antenna, that will bring more energy. Yeah, that's all it is.
Wow, that is cool. I never even knew about that.
Simple, old-fashioned electronics.
I'm kind of a geek when it comes to things like that. I like that kind of stuff, like the old weather vane you could put outside out your window,
Yep.
I used to like it at the radio station, not this one, but we had, no, it was this one. What am I thinking? It was at the, well, not the studio.
The Cascades?
But it was at the Cascades. We used to have outside not only the thermometer on the wall, on the post outside, but we had a couple of other things in there. We had the barometer. We had a couple of things.
Yeah, barometric pressure for the barometer, yeah.
And we just kind of read what it said.
Yep.
We do have a phone call coming in. Let's take that phone call. Got a few gadget questions. One is about a buffet, by the way. Good morning. Good morning. You're on the air.
You'll love it.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Sonny calling. My father used to, he's had a couple of boats when he was more up and around, but he would put the radio on AM and put it in between stations.
Yes.
And you would hear static, and if there was thunder and lightning around, you would hear it go snap or crackling and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
And he knew that we had some bad weather coming in. And the louder it got, the closer the storm came. But those are my experiences going back to the 50s.
Yep, exactly. You see that now when you have AM 1370 on and you drive down with a power line and you hear all the snapping or crackling. That shows that. Yeah.
Now, that's the leakage of the insulators.
Yes, it is.
That you hear.
Yes.
All right. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you for the programming, WCA, Larry.
Thank you.
Robin and
Sonny.
Joe and Dan. Patty, can't leave Patty out. Have a good day.
Yes, right.
Thank you.
What is this, Jim? What is this blue stuff?
Well, I didn't open it up. I gave it to you. It said radioactive, do not open, and I figured.
What is that? What is that gunk?
I got it at a trade show. I don't know what it is.
You're supposed to put it on. Oh, here.
I touched it.
I think you can touch it. I think it's just like silly putty dough. That's all.
It's just something to play with.
Yeah, there was No instructions, right?
I don't see anything on it. Just a bunch of gook.
Yeah, it's like silly putty.
Do you remember Flubber when we were kids?
Oh,
Flubber?
yeah. I don't know if that'll bounce or not. You can roll a little ball and see.
These look like birth control pills.
Well, they're mints. Yeah.
You had a different voice
So
there for a moment.
So I went to I'm sweating over here. I went to a trade show last week, Infocom.
Oh, this
And
is
before
cool.
that, I went to another trade show, Fiber to the Home.
see
So
that,
those
yeah.
two shows back to back, and picked up a few little trinkets. You know, the nature of the show is not to pick up trinkets, but to learn. And but every so often, a booth would give me something and say here, and I'd say, okay, I'll
I'd
take
take them too.
So a little screwdriver set, some flubber, and
Flubber. We have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody?
Everybody's good.
Fabulous. I'd like to know if you could comment on what you could provide, what is out there to assist people who are in rural areas or out in country areas, and that may have mountains. Not flat. I don't know if that impacts on signals and things, but. And not in Florida, let's say like in places like New York State. What's out there that, if their Verizon or whatever isn't very strong or they have problems with it, do you have something that they could use?
Well, yeah, if you're speaking about TV, is that the question?
Actually, like TV, telephone.
All right, well, if you have internet, and so let's assume for sake of argument you do not. To get TV, you could get it by way of an outside antenna. We speak about that all the time, where the outside antenna is relatively inexpensive. I would say $70. And you put it above your house. Doesn't have to even go more than 10 feet above your house, and you'll get, like in New York, you'll probably get 70 to 100 channels. You know, any outskirts of New York, like in the Poconos and that sort of stuff.
I love that
Right.
area.
Now it's for someone. It is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. This is for someone who does have all those things and services, but lots of times there are problems. So, but I would say more for internet, the internet connection and telephone.
All right, well, by law, more or less, let's just not necessarily spell it out like that. The telephone company has to get a connection to you. So the farmhouse or whatever it is can ask for a phone connection. That's part of their mandate. That's their franchise. That's the reason why they go to the Public Service Commission. That's why they get tax breaks, because they have to go 3 miles down a dirt road to get to a farmhouse. It is the only farmhouse on the whole road. That's why they get what they get. The power company the same way. The power company has a mandate. They have to serve you. So if you have phone, you can get internet.
Yes, but what if it's not a real strong signal?
Well, phone-wise is one thing that would definitely work. You mean slow-speed internet as compared to high-speed internet?
I don't know exactly how to express it, exactly what the problems are for them, but just overall, like to boost the signal, or, is there anything, that can be added to the system, or?
Well, the internet and phone will be taken care of by the phone company, and they can give you a good phone service, and they can probably give you decent. I think the days of dial-up phone or internet are over. I believe everybody has high speed.
It's not dial-up. They don't have dial-up.
Right.
So I guess it's high speed, right?
Right, and for TV, you just change the antenna. If they have an antenna now, you just get a different antenna. Like I said, wholesale around $70, retail around $100, but they have a preamp built in. And that preamp will get you some will pick up signals at least 70 miles away. So that's all they have to do.
Okay,
You could buy it here. You could buy it here and send it to them. Easy.
Okay, I'll have to check into that more than with you.
Very lightweight. You can go to the Markets of Marion, and you can get it from Ken's Antenna, or you can go on State Road 200, Jasmine Plaza, and get it from Interstate Satellite. You can go online and order them. Just make sure it has, it says digital and it says amplified. That's it.
Okay, and it's called a preamp?
The preamp is built into the antenna, yes. It pre-amplifies the signal before it comes down.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you know all these things because, like even the terms and the jargon, I'm like, okay, I feel like an idiot, So.
Well, go to Markets of Marion and visit Ken, and he will educate you.
Yeah, that's why we have people like Jim. Otherwise, I'm an idiot too when it comes to this stuff.
I don't think so, Larry.
Thank you for your confidence. All right, I hope that sounds like it's going to help, though. That's good news. All right, thank you for the call. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Let's see. I think we need to take a break. So let's take a break, and we will be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Fair amount of clouds with thunderstorms around during the afternoon hours, a high of 84 to 86. Thunder showers will die out this evening, then clouds tonight with a low of 70 to 73. Partly sunny tomorrow with a thunderstorm in the afternoon, a high of 87 to 89. Mostly afternoon thunderstorms for Sunday with some sun and highs of 87 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484. All
right, thank you. 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here, Professor Gadget. Jim is the owner of American Cable Services. You might not know it if you listen to us regularly that we don't really mention cable TV a whole lot anymore, even though that's your livelihood. And it's amazing that you give people information so they can basically cut their cable. There was a story the other day that there are more people now subscribed to Netflix than there are people who get cable.
Isn't that something?
So I think the cable industry has to kind of rethink how they do what they do. I don't know.
Well,
I think your idea is what everybody should be doing.
You got to keep in mind that box that the cable company gives you. Let's say Comcast Infinity. That box is like $350, and they're putting 2 and 3 of those in your home. They have $1,000 plus investment
right.
sitting in your home that they're charging, let's say, $12 a month for.
Right.
If anything happens to that box, they have to pay to have it repaired.
Sure.
It's not like you buy this 360 box, and if something happens, you send it back to Motorola or back to Scientific Atlanta and say, hey, this box went bad. And when they bought it, it comes with like a 60-day warranty on the thing. I mean, cable takes a huge hit on an investment to offer you something. And that's why the bill keeps going up and up. And then they're trying to get their signal stronger and offer more internet, so they're rebuilding all the time. And then each pole they're on costs them $15 a year. Doesn't sound like much. Let's say $1 a month. All right. But how many poles do you think Cox is on? How many thousands?
Who knows?
20,
Wow.
Yeah,
20,000?
Yeah,
I think 20,000 times, let's say, $10. That's a big hit.
Yeah,
they have to pay every year.
Yeah, yes.
And then they have to power that. So each power supply costs a flat fee of $70 a month. And so let's just say 1 mile. Every 1 mile they have a transformer, a power supply. And if those are $70 a month, and they have 50 miles of plant.
So that explains the cost.
It's huge cost.
Yeah.
All we're saying is there's ways to get around that huge cost, and Netflix is one of them, and a few other items.
Yeah.
You know, your outside antenna. But they're in a catch-22. They're damned if they do, and they damned if they don't.
All right, so there was a story the other day. I have to do this real quickly. There's a buffet. Was it Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Hey,
A buffet in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Now, they have a dollar amount that it costs the first time you go there.
It's $17.
Thank you. Now, they have facial... I know.
It better be a great...
I know. I thought the same thing.
I'm going to Golden Corral.
Golden Corral is more than that, isn't it?
Oh, no. The Golden Corral's like $11.95 or something like that, yeah.
Well, this is Pittsburgh. Maybe it's different.
Pittsburgh, oh, yeah.
But anyway, so they have facial recognition technology. And what I think they're using is Facebook. I was reading the article. They don't really they're using Facebook to tell them who everybody is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you go for the first time, they get your face on their computer. Now they watch you. If you are like Robin and you grab a little bowl of salad and you're paying $17, they feel bad. So the next time you come in, they're going to only charge you
$7.95.
$7.95.
There you go. Now, that's
All
a
right.
reasonable fee.
Now they know Robin isn't going to eat much, so why charge her the big $17?
But then she drags in Larry with her.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Now they got Larry on the camera, filling up his plate with the lobster and the expensive items, and he goes up 3 times or more, right?
Yeah.
Now he goes to pay. How much do they add to your bill?
$5.
$5. So you, the second and third and every subsequent time you go, the amount you pay is based on how many times you went to the
buffet.
Yeah, how much?
So
many
you never
plates
know
you
what
got?
the bill's going to be until you
No.
get there.
I guess.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So I had to go back to the buffet line and push stuff back.
I just thought that was an amazing story.
Unbelievable.
Now, I did
No,
not say whether it was a Chinese buffet or not, but
Yeah, I don't think I would attend that place many times after they jacked it up. I had an experience. I had to go back to the Gaylord Palms, which is where the Fiber to the Home convention was. I was there for 3 hours, and I went to check out, and everything's automated. You have to put your ticket in, and then it spits out, and they